Q School is going to be £1,000 to play. So the rumours say. I've got a vested interest in Q School this year. I've said that I'm going to go, and I'm going to go purely to get on the Challenge Tour. So if this goes up to £1,000, that's going to change my intentions, because if I'm only doing it to play the Challenge Tour, it's quite an investment, £1,000 just to play the Challenge Tour before expenses. Some people are going to be there all week, a week's worth of hotels, travel, all the other expenses that come on top. So I needed to get to the bottom of this, because I'm seeing it on X, I'm seeing it on Facebook, I'm seeing discussions go around. I needed to know for myself. So I reached out to some colleagues and some friends within the PDC and the PDPA to get some form of reaction to these rumours. And the general vibe of what I've got is a load of nonsense. There is no £1,000 increase in regards to Q School entry. Now, the entry fee is going to be slightly different, and this comes down to VAT. So I'm told that the actual baseline is going to be the same, plus VAT essentially. So there's going to be a little bit of movement in regards to that entry fee, but £1,000 is a ludicrous amount to put in there. Now, this, I think, is being come around for a couple of reasons. There's always a conversation about how we can vet Q School. How can we make Q School a little bit more less what it is at the moment, which is just people turning up, clogging up the event, throwing 30 averages, not winning a leg, you know, people not going there for the purpose of what Q School is, which is to get a tour card. And it's tricky, because I don't think price is the way that you do it. I don't think price is the deterrent, because people have different forms of income. That deterrent, £1,000, might not be a deterrent to somebody. That's, oh, okay, it's £1,000, I'll pay £1,000, it's fine. It's not a problem. You know, I go to WrestleMania every year, and the price of the ticket going up every single year hasn't been a deterrent to me, because I want to go to WrestleMania. So it doesn't matter what the price of the ticket is, I'm going to pay it, because I'm going to go to WrestleMania. And same thing, if Aston Villa put on trials and said, right, we're going to do trials to get in our first team. You're going to come along. Dwight York's going to be there. We're going to have legendary players. Gareth Southgate's going to be there. We're going to have all these players. You're going to be on the pitch with them, potentially playing if you're drawn on the right pitch. I'd go, yeah, I'll go do that. I'm never going to get to play for Aston Villa, but the opportunity to play on their training facilities, to play at Villa Park, to play with these players is enough of an attraction to me. And that's what Q School is right now. It's got that attraction. So I don't think price is the way, if it's going to be vetted, is the way to do it, because the other thing that does is that freezes out potential for a young player breaking through, hasn't quite got enough behind him at the moment that people are aware of his potential, so he's got sponsorship and backing, so has to do it all off his own back, hasn't really got the finances to do it, and we lose those sort of players. So I don't think price is the way to deter it. I do think maybe there needs to be a little bit of vetting moving forward in regards to, if you go to Q School this year and you don't get any points, you don't get any legs, you average under 70, whatever that may be, you get frozen out for you. So, for example, when I was doing my football qualifications, if you go for like your UEFA license and you don't get it, in your feedback, there will be a minimum time of which you was allowed to come back. So it might say, for example, right, you've done this, you need to go get 2 years experience, and then you can retest in 2 years, that sort of thing. And there was a lot of people where they was getting like 4 or 5 years before they was allowed to go and get that, go for the qualification again. So maybe that's something that we could say. Yes, it's a lot of paperwork, it's probably hard to admin, hard to police, which is probably why it's never happened. But maybe that's something that we could see as the deterrent coming in, that yes, you can come to Q School, absolutely, but then off the show. Or if you go to Q School, or you're on the Challenge Tour, for example, they could look at the Challenge Tour this year and go, well, these guys have turned up to every single Challenge Tour event, they've never won a pound on it. Should they be the sort of player that we look at going to Q School to try and win a tour card? Because remember, the purpose of Q School, and this is the arguments I'm seeing, where people go, well, some people like to go for a bit of experience, some people like to go this. Exactly, yeah, but that's deterring what Q School is. Q School is to try and get a tour card to get on the professional tour. That's the purpose of Q School. So we're losing that a little bit, and we're kind of losing the purpose of this video, aren't we? We're going so far off track here. Let's get back onto track and wrap this up. Q School is not going to be £1,000 from the information I've told. Expect a little bit of a price rise, but £1,000, it's not happening in 2026. Which means, once again, Edgar TV is becoming your location for the place of which you need to be to keep up to date and your finger on the pulse of all your darting information. Just hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you soon for some more Edgar TV.